Bulletcast for life.
Get up! This is a revolution! This is our time to rise! Look deep within your mind, look deep into the hate in my eyes. We are the elite, and you are the weak. No matter how hard I fall, I'll get back up on my feet. Red alert, this is gonna hurt. When your face is in the dirt, you'll know your death is what I seek. We are the elite, and you are the weak, and I will always get back up on my feet. Why are they allowed?
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone Messiah, Phillip Brandon, joined by the Canadian Destroyer BT, Brandon Tanguma. We keep breaking these records. This might be the longest, or no, wait, the latest start time of the recording.
Quite possibly. We're here, 11:22 p.m. We're just getting started. It's, it might be Bulletcast after dark, but those are when the freaks come out.
The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You already know what we're here to do. Talk about the world of professional wrestling, sports entertainment. Outside the ring, Cain Velasquez has been released from prison. He was sent to prison. When did he go to prison?
It was quite a long time, but I think he got out early because I thought he was supposed to be.
No, he got out early. I'm just saying, like, when was he sentenced?
Well, let's see.
Because
once again, no way of knowing.
Yeah, man, there are a couple years there that are a blur. It's like he was wrestling in Mexico. He had that match in Saudi. Then he was in jail.
He was sentenced to 5 years in March 2025, so less than a year. Or well, he did have some time served and everything like that. It officially took place was 2022 was when he shot someone because that person allegedly touched a family member, a kid family member.
I think it was his son, right? That's what they said.
Yes, it was his son.
That's crazy. But yeah, Cain Velasquez, he's out, man. The people that have been posting, welcome home, welcome home. Yeah, so interested to see what he does. What he goes into. Does he make an MMA comeback? There's somebody else making an MMA comeback. We'll talk about that.
Shout out Cain Velasquez. Never forget, I went to the New Japan show in San Francisco State, one of the better shows I've been to. Shout out Will Ospreay. I think it was Will Ospreay and Show. Had a phenomenal match for the best of Super Juniors, or Super J Cup, rather. And Cain Velasquez just walked right by me pushing a stroller, and I was like, that's Cain Velasquez. What the hell?
Yes. UFC great. Speaking of another former fighter, Ronda Rousey is getting back in the octagon. She has a fight coming up on Netflix. When is that?
It is coming up pretty soon. I think it's coming up in May. Is that the promoted by Jake Paul because he's allegedly the best women's fight promoter in the game according to him.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, because he's putting whatchamacallit, fighting back on the map for women, boxing at least. Saturday, May 16th, which is my brother's birthday, if anybody cares, but no one does.
Hey, shout out to brother Tangoma.
Actually, sorry. Tough luck. It's actually my mom's birthday. It's because my mother and my brother have back-to-back birthdays, so I get them confused sometimes.
Well, shout out Mama BT.
There you go.
Yes.
Anyways, Brandon, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
I've just realized, Brandon, I've never met your mother. I just realized that.
Well,
you've met my grandmother, my mother. Damn, man, I thought we were close.
I met the whole family.
Yeah, here we are all these years later. We're just, I don't even think I've ever met your brother.
But you met Dominic. That's close enough.
Hey, we take what we can get here. But yes. Versus Gina who?
Gina Carano, one of the early trailblazers of women's mixed martial arts back when, there were some circuits, but obviously not what it became today. Ronda Rousey kind of made it mainstream and became like the biggest star. So kind of two eras kind of colliding with each other. Ronda was, kind of mid 2010s. Gina Carano is kind of like the late 2000s era.
Is this the once in a lifetime? Is that what this is?
It's a big fight. Allegedly, UFC was trying to put this together like the past year or two, and they weren't able to come to terms for whatever the case may be. I know Ronda's, had a couple kids, had her family in order, and then maybe now she's getting the itch back. Gina Carano, she's had some things happen. She was with Disney, and then she had some choice words, and Disney didn't like that, and then she sued Disney, and it's a whole thing. If you want
Wait,
to go look
what? What
into
did she
that,
say?
um, God, I can't remember. Was it? It wasn't a Trump thing. It was. I think it might have been like anti like trans athletes. I think it was something like that. I mean, I want to make sure I get this right because I don't want to miss. But it was,
Yeah,
yeah, she said some things, and then Disney was like, yeah, we don't really like that. And then she got cut from The Mandalorian, which was like I think season 1 or season 2 of The Mandalorian. So it was like right before like really started popping off. But
Disney covered their ass when Disney's not the the shiniest tool in the toy chest either. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting, very, very, very interesting. Well, tune into that Ronda Rousey. We said the 16th, May 16th, Ronda Rousey fight. Tune into that, please. As we move on from that, Jazz, yes, Jazz. Um, she is a coach now at WWE. Congratulations to her. Um, yeah, Jazz is always one of my favorites, man. Okay,
I
yes.
found it.
Oh God.
So she compared disagreeing or hating someone for their political views to the persecution of Jews in the Holocaust.
And Disney has an interesting history with Jews. Yes. Mm.
And then COVID happened, and you know how some people had their feelings on COVID, so then it just kind of escalated from there. Anyways, continue.
Mm.
From the
Yeah,
Department of Corrections.
yes, Jazz, WWE coach now. What are your thoughts, man? I love Jazz. An ECW original. Her with Teddy Long was a stint in WWE that doesn't get talked about enough. A pairing that doesn't get talked about enough. Love Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, just like how we talked about these two women in MMA, Jazz was definitely a pioneer for American women's wrestling. You know, she didn't maybe wasn't like the prototypical like sex appeal wrestler that the Attitude Era was, but
She didn't need to be. She went out there and beat
she
ass.
was she was able to like transform that, and then obviously she had her run kind of from like 2003 to what 2005 or something like that, or even longer than that.
What
Like,
was it WrestleMania 19? Her, Trish, and Victoria.
so yeah, shout out Jazz. I mean, obviously they're putting people in prominent positions as coaches, and I think this would be a fine fit, not only for the women but just for the men too, because
Because when Molly Holly's over there, is Sarah Amato? She's still there.
I'm not sure. I know Shayna Baszler is kind of taking up a role over there as well.
What Shayna Baszler? What could have been, man? Oh, that was the literal definition of you the literal plug and play. You just you do what she did there, and you just put it on USA and Fox, and we just let her continue the dominance. Oh God.
Nope, and then she lost to a pregnant Becky Lynch.
She eliminated everybody in the chamber like it was desktop. Oh man. Yeah. Congratulations, Jazz. The inspiration of signed with AEW, I thought they were coming back home.
Yeah, I mean, the women's tag division is now kind of a thing, so the inspiration or the Iconics are a good fit for either AEW or WWE. Clearly, they didn't have an offer from WWE because I feel like if they did, they would just go back. So, and with their TNA pass, do you think they'd have like an inroads there? I don't know, but they're in AEW. Thus far, they haven't made an official. I don't think they're on Collision. They're at the house show that they did after the Grand Slam. So,
Yeah.
so we have to wait to see exactly what they do. But
I saw this thrown around online. Oh, the inspiration in Kit Wilson, that could have been money. That could have been absolute money.
I mean, the Iconics and Chelsea Green, a part of the Secret Service, that makes total sense.
And you throw Kit Wilson with them. There's a faction there. That Kit Wilson guy, he got me, man. I'm in. I'm in.
He feels like one of those kind of internet fads that who knows how long will last.
Do you think he'll be bigger than Fandango? Is that the appropriate comparison?
I mean, it's the obvious comparison. Him,
Because
you
what
know,
Fandango never won a championship. He beat Jericho
hey,
at
tag
Mania.
team champion though.
I'm talking
Fashion
about
police.
yeah, okay, fashionable. Yeah, I'm talking about singles run. He beat Jericho at Mania. That was kind of it. I think is he gonna get beat up by the legend at WrestleMania? Is he gonna get stunned by Stone Cold at WrestleMania?
I mean, he's the Stone Cold Steve Austin is the epitome of toxic masculinity.
What?
Drinks beers, drives pickup trucks, hunts.
What?
He's the goat.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kit Wilson's receiving a stunner at a WrestleMania 42 this year. Titan Towers was broken into, the former WWE headquarters. Some teens broke in there, and then a lot of stuff is still in there, like the weights and like the printing on the walls. What are your tees? Have you seen this?
I've seen like some clips. I mean, I haven't seen like a full breakdown or whatever the actual like real video is, but I saw some stuff and I saw them in the gym, the iconic gym that, we've seen so many videos and highlight packages of guys, lifting weights. And even when they closed it down a couple years ago, it looked like in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of a thing people do. They like going into like abandoned buildings, abandoned malls and stadiums and stuff. And when there's a big thing like Titan Towers, it's kind of hard to get rid of everything inside of there. And I would assume WWE still kind of owns
How
the
did they how do they get in these places, man? Is the door open?
I mean, it just takes one unlocked door, one broken window, or whatever to get inside.
And it's abandoned, so no security system.
Because I follow a guy who his whole thing is he goes to these stadiums, like they're not even abandoned stadiums for the most part, but some of them are, and like they'll just be unlocked gates, and he just walks right in. Like,
That's
yes,
not safe at all.
like yeah, like there's security and there's some stuff. Like sometimes he'll get in trouble, but like he went to like a Hawaii, which has like a decrepit stadium. Pretty much all the gates are just open. There was nothing. But yeah.
It's not safe. It's not safe at all. Roxanne Perez is recovering from surgery. Did you know about this?
I did not know about this until she actually posted on TikTok. I think it was today. I saw it today at least that she's going to be try to become a TikToker, and she just said that she's recovering from surgery. So
Yeah, she had a benign growth underneath her muscle, so she had it removed, and she's recovering.
okay, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what that would entail in terms of recovery time, but it doesn't seem like it's too
Let's look
serious.
it up. We have the world at our fingertips.
Let's see, benign mass
Yeah.
recovery time. I can spell recovery time, but they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm Let's see. Recovery time for a benign muscle mass, such as a lipoma, typically involves a short outpatient procedure which will return to light activities in 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh,
So she'll be
mine,
gone a month.
mine says 6 to 12. Oh,
Well, I also don't know exactly what she had.
oh no, that's
It's not cancer. We're not looking at cancer stuff.
no. We're not. The Big Gold turns 40. A couple days ago, the Big Gold Championship turned 40 years old. The World Heavyweight Title, the title that was used in the AWA. The first champion was Ric Flair, and then it went through WCW. It went through the Ruthless Aggression era into the PG era. Yeah, man. Thoughts on the 40th anniversary of the Big Gold?
An absolutely iconic championship belt, one of the best championship belts, I think. It's so simple. Like it's not gaudy, it's not whatever, kind of a lot of today's belts are. It's called the big gold. It's literally just a big gold plate. And yes, it has like some rubies and it says like world heavyweight champion with some guys, Romans grappling. And it's so simple. And the gravitas of the history of Ric Flair holding that title and everything else that entailed. It's one of my favorites. I know the Undisputed WWE era belt is kind of my favorite just because it's my childhood belt. But that World Heavyweight Championship is probably number two.
Yeah, no, it's anybody that had it just looked like a champion. I mean, through Triple H's quote unquote reign of terror, um, Shawn Michaels taking it from in the first elimination chamber. Just I mean the title that defined um the NWO just run of power, just a lot of great stuff, man. With that big gold. So yeah, very very fond of it. There have been so many incarnations and replicas made, but I you think Conrad has to have like the original, right? I would
I
assume
mean,
it,
but what is the original? I mean,
the one that Flair debuted in '86.
maybe he's got the Flair ties.
Yeah, it's his son-in-law.
That's a pretty good tie.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Well, I wonder. Um, there have been so many. Yeah. All right. John Cena was on the No Contest podcast, O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s podcast. There's a lot of insight on there. Haven't finished listening to all of it, but he talked about how he was originally supposed to beat Roman Reigns in 2021 at SummerSlam. We wouldn't have got WrestleMania 40 if that had happened.
But it didn't.
It
So that's what we
didn't.
got.
It didn't. It did not. He talks about how he was originally going to turn babyface at SummerSlam, but people wanted it earlier, so they did it a day earlier. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Have you seen any clips from this going around?
I think the most viral one, which is the one I saw, is he rapped his theme song a cappella.
Still got it. Still got it.
I mean, if you listen to the same song for 20 years, you're gonna remember the lyrics, and it was his song.
I mean, I don't know, man. I I, I don't know.
You don't know what.
Because I walk out to the same song and like there are times where I don't be remembering stuff, but I didn't make the song, so that there's the difference. There's the difference.
But shout out John Cena, still doing wrestling adjacent
Yes,
podcasts, I
man.
guess. I
He's
think he got like a new role in some comedy movie, so obviously, now that he can focus full time on that, he's getting some roles. We'll see what he's in
yeah, and
26
then
and 27.
I think really the another takeaway I have from this is like his thought process into why he retired in December. Obviously it's a slow month for WWE. The houses are usually light during that time, with the holidays coming around. So do it in the middle. Bring as big a house as they can possibly get, and then highlight the younger talent, which is what they did. So yeah, just go listen to that and get an in depth into the mind of a big match. John, let's go to SmackDown. Cody qualifies. Drew McIntyre tries to cost Cody. Drew eats a haluva kick from Sammy. Cody's willing to get down and dirty and all in all get the victory, and he beats Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn to go to the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, not a shock that Cody ended up being the one that qualified. Kind of shocking that they put all three of those guys kind of in it. Obviously, there's probably gonna be some sort of like, loser, whatever redemption match that's gonna have both those guys in it. But yeah. I mean, good match between these guys. Obviously, Cody and Drew seems to be the collision course we're on. Maybe Jacob gets added to make it a triple threat, but clearly Cody's a favorite to win this match.
I'm Can I just throw the wrench in it?
What? How big of a wrench is this?
I'll wait till we get to Raw. I'll wait till we get to Raw. I'll wait till we get to Raw. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jade retains against Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I mean, I said this the other week. I kind of would rather just go with Jordan Grace, but obviously she's kind of like a stopgap for whatever Jade is going to do at WrestleMania. Shout out Bianca Belair. She posted she got finger surgery, so hopefully this is finally the one to set the record straight, and maybe we can get Jade and Bianca. But I think it's a little too quick of a turnaround. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm a little
Because then who is
disappointed.
it, bro? Rhea?
I don't know. I'm just a little disappointed on kind of where Jordan Grace is. I mean, you can even look to her NXT run where it was like, okay, she had some moments, but she was never like put in that top position.
We were so conditioned to you go to NXT, you win the title, you hold it for a decent amount of time, you drop it, then you go to the main roster. Look at it like Javon Evans didn't win any title there. Jordan Grace didn't win a championship there. I figured like once Stephanie and Julia moved on, then Jordan Grace would be like the top dominant female there, and she would kind of do what she did in TNA. And I thought Javon Evans would have been a great North American champion and stuff like that. And I felt like his feud with Ethan Page was leading to stuff like that. I don't know, man. I just don't know, Brandon.
I don't know either. We're we've been singing the same thing with Jade for what 6 years now because she came in at the end of 20, or I guess 5 years because she came at the end of 2020. But respectfully, she looks good in the ring, but I don't know if she can actually look good in the ring. If you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, she plays the powerhouse. I mean, it depends on like because I mean she's still like she's only been in big companies her whole career, her whole career.
I mean, I know this is hard. It's
And
these
then
are these
but
are the
also
exceptions to the rule, but like Kurt Angle, Goldberg, people that we've seen who these have these mammoth looks and these great athletic backgrounds.
okay, but then all but okay, but then you have to look at it. Goldberg,
I
they
mean,
kind of
she literally got the Goldberg treatment, and she still couldn't do it.
no. I mean, yeah, she did it in what in AEW, but then when it came time for Goldberg to actually have like some more in depth matches, you know what I'm saying? And the Kurt Angle was a different story, bro. Like, and plus, like house shows were a thing,
Kurt Angle
bro.
shouldn't count. I'll be honest. Kurt
Yeah,
Angle just
but
he's an animal.
I was like, what are you talking about? How like house shows aren't a thing anymore. They didn't have house shows in AEW. They aren't doing really house shows at all now. So all these like little things and that need to be tweaked and perfected, she has to do it on television because there's no house show loop. Because I mean, like if
I mean,
Jordan,
I'll be honest. I think Lash Legend has improved way more than Jade has.
do you
And
know
I
why
and
she was
he
on she was on NXT and NXT has house
and
shows.
check the tape. I was very hard on Lash Legend. I thought she
Yeah,
was atrocious, but
a
she's
guy
gotten
that's
better.
never wrestled before criticizing the in ring. What are you doing?
How dare I?
But I'm saying Last Legend was on the house show loop at NXT. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Demoter. Get Jade down in
Okay,
NXT.
that's not. I'm not
Put her on the
saying that
coconut loop.
because even like shout out to Ezekiel Jackson. He
Last ever ECW champion.
yes, come on
The
now,
replacement for Scott Hall at the BTW meeting grid I went 10 years ago.
bro. Same when the one that Ric Flair was at right at Newark Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bro. RVD was there. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that might have been a different one, but yes,
I think it was RVD was with Shawn Michaels, or at least the same day.
something like that. Yeah, man, like because like when if he had to wrestle somebody on TV, they've already done the match 6 times by the time they get to TV because of the house shows. So like, and they can iron out those things. Then like, there's not that quickness and that like it doesn't click as fast because I mean I think what the record for most matches last year was like 70 something compared to like it used to be like 210. Like it's drastically different, man. So it just all comes down to things like that. But and I think like I heard on the Before the Bell podcast like somebody like the Undertaker, like somebody like who like morphed their character to be dominant but sell when it mattered and made it look good. You know what I'm saying? Somebody of that caliber to coach her and things like that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much longer you can go with this Jade experiment before you got to pull the plug, but
Can we just get Jade and Bianca real quick? You know, Alexa Bliss qualifies.
good for her. I love me some Alexa Bliss. Clearly, there's something going on with Charlotte. I don't know if that's going to blow up at WrestleMania, but it probably will. It'll probably be, some low card match to fill up the 2 nights.
Trick Williams whooped that trick. He defeats Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, solid match. Another one. Trick, I think, has improved, yet, still a little bit to be desired in
The
ring wise.
TNA run helped him.
But Trick, stock up. Phoenix, stock down, unfortunately. But I'm not complaining because I think if you got to pick one, I'm picking Trick all day.
Yeah, whoop that trick, bro. He is this guy. This guy, like he was.
And once again, they were in Memphis on Raw, and they were chanting "Whoop that trick," and all the unseasoned, uncultured people were like, "Oh my God, Trick Williams is so over." That's because that's a Memphis thing, so
No, yeah, of course.
that's okay.
But I mean, people are automatically gonna think that. But we know.
Happy Black History Month.
Oh, favorite black champion, favorite black world champion.
Favorite black. I mean, clearly, The Rock is like the easy one, but we can't just do that. I'm gonna go with Ember Moon.
When was she world champion?
She was NXT champion.
It's not the world
Oh,
championship.
come on. That's the I mean, black and gold era. That's pretty much the world champion.
Come on, man.
I find Swerve Strickland.
When was he world champion?
Okay, fine. We're gonna go WWE champion.
Hey,
Well,
brother.
I mean, if we're going WWE
I
champion,
don't make the rules.
if we're going WWE champion, what we got like 3 people to pick from?
I mean, no. I mean, what Booker T was world champion. Mark Henry was world champion. I mean, they're you
Okay,
have
so
options.
world heavyweight champion. Doesn't
No,
have to
I
be
mean like
WWE.
WWE World Heavyweight. Those are
Oh,
both
okay,
world
okay,
championships.
okay, okay,
I'm doing the gimmick here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
I mean, we have
So there's
lots.
like more than like 6, 7 people to choose from.
I mean, Rock, Booker, Henry, Lashley, E, Kofi, hell, Bobo Brazil. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? God, man.
Even though he defeated my champion, my eco champion, we'll go Kofi Kingston.
There we go. Oh, the ego title was so good. Good times. Zilla Fatu, but shout out Zilla, man. Zilla the Thrill, man. He will be challenging Maxwell Jacob Friedman at Hog House of Glory, I believe this Friday in New York for the AEW World Championship.
Man, this could really throw the Revolution main event in a tizzy.
Brother, I was like, Maxwell is just defending this title on the Indies. I love it. I love it, man.
Watch out, Zilla Fatu versus Hangman Page in LA.
Come on now. Come on now. Ah! Thumb him down. Pause. AEW Australia Grand Slam that happened. What are your teas?
It was a perfectly fine show. Everything was kind of like by the books. All the matches were kind of what you'd expect.
Was the ring bigger this time? I know people tripped about that last time.
I don't know. I can't tell the difference, to be honest. I mean, what's the difference between a 16, 20? I don't know. It all looks
Bro, a lot.
I understand.
A lot.
Technically, it means it's like a half a step or a full step difference, but I mean,
A 16 and an 18, that alone is a lot of difference. You put, bro, I've never been in a 20. I've only been in 16s and 18s, brother. That there's a difference.
but anyways, matches were good. Trying to run down just kind of in my head because I don't have it in front of me. But Kyle Fletcher beat Briscoe to retain the title. Babes of Wrath, obviously, the Australians are going to win these matches. Once again, another Australian wins with Tony Storm shaving Wheeler Yuta's head. We did not see Wheeler Yuta, I believe, on this show. Maybe we'll see his baldness on Collision. And then main event, MJF and Brody King. And MJF gets the win with a little bit of chicanery, but not a whole lot, which I think is perfectly fine. I think you kind of don't want to build up, you don't want to have crap finishes on these bigger matches. So yeah, it was just a perfectly fine show, but that doesn't mean it was a bad show. It was just kind of what you would expect.
All right, all right. Jada Parker is out with a neck injury. She sustained it in her match with Blake Monroe. Jada just came back after being off for 5 months, man. Damn it. Damn it. I need Miss Parker to win some gold in NXT, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you just said, comes back from injury and gets hurt again in next or nothing to complain, nothing to mess with. Yeah, unfortunately, just a thing. One of my people over at PW Torch, shout out, they did like a compilation, and women apparently are way more susceptible to injuries overall, which I think is like a thing in sports in general. Like I think women's athletes are more susceptible to injuries, and so
I don't know. Some of these dudes out here is injury prone. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying men don't get injured, but I'm just saying like in terms of like percentage wise, the amount of women on the roster compared to the amount of women that take up the injury percentage is a little higher. I think it's like 20, 25, 28%, but they make up like 40 something percent of the injuries.
I mean, if we look at the roster right now, men and women, Bianca's out, Jada's out, the men are then well, Roxanne's wasn't really an injury, so we're not gonna count that. Braun's out. What other men are out?
I think the men's ones are more significant, while the women's ones are kind of
Seth is out.
Are a little more minor injuries, just kind of like a buildup of injuries. I mean, Piper Niven, we forget Piper. She has a neck injury, I believe. She's out for quite some time.
Chelsea Green is out right now.
Yeah, ankle injury.
Oh, geez. Oh man, maybe on something. Okay. All right. WWE announced, or Triple H announced, Clash in Italy, May 31st. Get ready, man. Get ready.
Yeah, Clash seems to be kind of the European show. here, so nothing too crazy. They bounced around, gone to Scotland, and whatever, and France, and now they're going to Italy. So good for them. They're gonna charge a boatload of tickets. People are gonna complain, but people are gonna still pay for them. So have
Bro,
fun, Italy.
did I talk about this? I saw this TikToker or somebody. This guy went to the Rumble in Saudi Arabia,
I saw this.
and it was the whole trip was cheaper than a WWE ticket, bro. That's crazy.
I think he spent like under $2,000 for everything.
Yeah, he spent
That's
like $1,300.
flight included.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying I'm thinking about going to WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year, but being a straight male, does seems to I'm just saying those ticket prices even there are pretty good. I mean, brother met Liv Morgan for like $5, something like that.
yeah, right. How much are those meet and greets out here? Like 300.
Like, yeah, they're insane.
I'll just see a couple of them in the session, in the parking lot. If you know, you know. All right, Xavier Woods has shoulder injury. Don't know the extent of that. There's another guy that's out. You see. Hopefully he gets well soon. T's and P's. And I do think the New Day need to go to SmackDown. Let's shake some things up over here. Monday Night Raw, CM Punk and Finn Balor. They have the promo segment hyping up their match in Chicago. What are your thoughts?
I think they've done a good job. I mean, obviously, like no one expects Punk to lose, but I think the story they've told is good because it's not. I mean, obviously the story's like a champion in blah blah blah, but this story is almost more about Balor, and maybe this can be like a catalyst for him to turn face or turn against the Judgment Day or something like that. So they're working their way to tell a different story than just the title because I don't think anybody believes that Balor's going to win that title. It's more about pulling the greatness back out of Finn Balor.
Or I mean, he kept the theme song. Love that. Do they shock the world and he wins the title in Chicago and then drops it like 2 weeks later?
I mean, you could, but I think that takes a little steam.
You could, but I don't think you're going to do that.
It takes it, especially with the whole premise, not the whole premise, but Punk 434, Roman 1300. It's going to take a lot of luster out if Punk just loses the title right before the match.
Brother, he lost the title right after he won it at SummerSlam. Who cares? Get it back.
Yeah, but what's he at now? 4 months?
Something like, yeah, you won in like November. Okay,
Yeah,
so then I look at this. We have a couple options here. I've heard all these theories, not Austin's, but theories. Balor loses. He shakes CM Punk's hand like a man. The Judgment Day kind of take umbrage with that. That sets up Finn and Dom at Mania. Dom in indecisive or how do I want to say that? What is the word I'm looking for? Indirectly cost Finn the championship. That sets it up at Mania. And then I've heard Sam Roberts say, you just bring back the demon. You don't say nothing about it. You just Dom's in the ring. He's waiting, and then you bring Luster back to Finn Balor. You bring Luster back to the demon, and then hell, spoiler alert: Pentagon is the number one contender for the IC title. You have Finn cost Dom the IC title, so we just have a grudge match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Penta's. I mean, they've been building this Penta Dom thing for a little bit, and I'm kind of waiting for them to take that next step with Penta. And so it makes sense if Penta were to beat Dom and give him that championship, and he can run and do some things, especially like
Boom, like yeah. What here? What do we do? The Dom cost Finn at Chamber the night after. Finn cost Dom the title, and then boom, we go to WrestleMania with Dom versus Finn.
Yeah.
Can I get the real rock and roller back?
I mean, we haven't seen the demon since what, WrestleMania in LA against Edge in that Hell in a Cell match, and they stopped the match because Finn started bleeding. Oh my gosh. The audacity of Finn.
It was part of the demon paint.
Yeah, just whatever. And then Shadow Edge came out to this sick Slayer theme song with his little mask. South of Heaven. Was it South of Heaven? I think it was. Hey, brother.
Yeah, he's not doing that anymore.
He's MIA.
But he is.
Not Misfits in action.
Indeed, he's not. The Vision defeat LA Knight, yeah, and the Usos. Then the Masked Man attacks. LA Knight comes out there. So this is where I wanted to go. You saw that Unchosen shirt LA Knight was wearing? I'm throwing the wrench in all this ish. The Unchosen. faces the chosen one at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. You do you do Cody and Jacob at WrestleMania. We get the payoff with that match. Uh, hell, we could tell it. And then who else is in this chamber? I think Randy goes and wrestles Gunther at WrestleMania. We'll find something for Sammy to do. Like I think this is what I think this is where we go.
I mean, I don't hate LA Knight against Drew. I mean, the promos would be fun just to see what they would do and what Drew would cook up to bury LA Knight. I mean, LA Knight's been getting so many opportunities that it's like it's kind of shit or get off the pot with him,
I
and I
think,
just
but
don't know
I
if they're
think
gonna pull the trigger with the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I think the that Unreal spot where like Hunter's kind of badgering him about like what happened, and the internet kind of got behind him even more. Like this is the time, man. Just do it, just do it. Let's see.
I mean, I feel like this is like the third time LA Knight's kind of got organically over, and I mean, he's never like been not over, but I just feel like this is kind of like a third wave of like, oh, there seems to be like something here with LA Knight. Like people are kind of getting behind him. Now, maybe it's just because he's against the Vision and against Logan Paul and Paul Heyman. Those are easy people to
That
go up against.
that line against Logan Paul was hilarious, by the way. Called him a broccoli haired bitch.
Well, he really cooked that one up in the writers' room.
Hey man, that was funny. I popped. I'm not gonna lie, I popped over it. But yeah, man. Like usually guys like they'll get over him. Then it like yeah, like after he lost to Roman, it could have been like all right, but no, they just keep it, man. He just keeps it going. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. Shout out Waka Flocka Flame.
What I do it. That's, AJ Gray's theme song. Shout out to the mother effing truth. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch segment.
Yeah, it was a segment. I maybe was a little too late to the party on Becky Lynch because I put her over and was like, oh, I think she's doing like really good work. And then now I think she's kind of gone too far in the direction she was going, and now it's kind of like too over the top and too kooky and kind of too much of a bit now.
I mean, this is better than the Irish jig she was doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of better than her original heel run because that was just terrible. But
What original heel run?
well, when she came back the first time,
Oh, 2022 or
post-pregnancy.
2021?
Yeah.
Oh, she beat Bianca. But that was a story. Didn't she?
It was more people who didn't want to boo Becky Lynch. People are booing Becky Lynch.
I enjoyed it, but then like yeah, no, she's topped it, but Becky's kooky. That's okay.
And then AJ kind of meets that awkward
They're both
vibe.
they're both some kooky girls wrestling for the Intercontinental title.
They're just two quirky millennials. That was a great visual gag that no one saw.
Please don't ever do that.
You know, a little side tongue action. I'm like, I mean, come on. Have you not seen the girl looks like Becky Lynch. She's like some redhead that has like Doritos on her head, and she's like, oh my god, so quirky. Have you never seen that video or never seen the photo?
No, my algorithm's not.
You've
like,
never. Come on. Oh my god. Now I gotta pull this up.
Oh god, don't show me, Jesus. But no, Becky is doing some of the best work of her career, and it's not just us saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. ESPN is saying it.
You're telling me you never seen this?
I've never. Who the hell is that?
I don't know who she is, but it's just like a meme. It's just like millennial white girl meme.
All right, yeah. Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaqueris segment. Liv shedding tears because of what Stephanie was spitting.
I mean, clearly it's going to be Stephanie and Liv.
Raquel takes the title off Stephanie, then we do Liv and Raquel. Boom, there it is. I'm just throwing a wrench in all the plans.
You just love throwing wrenches. But I think it's good. I think kind of adding Dom to it because obviously he can just translate for Liv in the moments. You can keep Stephanie speaking Spanish, Liv can speak English, and Dom can kind of be the middleman translating for both of them. I think is a good thing that I don't think I didn't think about, but I think it's just a brilliant little piece of the puzzle here. Stephanie's over, Liv's over. I think it makes a perfect match for WrestleMania.
When did they give Stephanie that fire at the beginning of her entrance? I thought Kane came out for a second.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, man. Kane really had a great theme song. I just think about that slow chemical theme. One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
It's been added to the iPod, even though iPods
Did you
aren't.
add Chima's theme?
Are iPods still a thing? Yep.
You added Chima's theme?
Yeah, shout out what the hell is it called again?
I don't know what it's called, but do you do the dance?
I
Do
be
you do?
I be turning those light bulbs on and off.
But do you turn the light bulb and pet the dog? Do you do both?
I gotta get that in my bag.
You gotta you gotta do it all. You gotta do it all, man. All right, Javon Evans qualifies for Elimination Chamber. I don't think anybody saw that coming, defeating Dominic Mysterio and Gunther. Then Oscar qualifies as well.
Yeah, Javon was a little bit of a surprise,
He's gonna do something crazy.
but yeah, if you're not gonna have Gunther like win the whole thing, I don't think he should have been in the Elimination Chamber to begin with. And Dom, he's got his own thing going on with Penta and the IC title. So Javon makes it, he's gonna do some crazy weird stuff in the chamber, and he can take the loss at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter. Oscar, that one was, it was what it was because what it was her, it was Natty and Bailey, and unfortunately,
Bro, hold on. What the hell are we doing with Natty? She's supposed to be feared. I don't need Maxine. I love Maxine Dupree. She's improved immensely. I love her. Sacktown girl, hello. But god damn it, Natty's supposed to be feared. Don't ruin it. I was on this podcast for how long? How long did I ask them to bring this Natty onto the television? I can't even remember. How long did I ask? Months. Months.
some might say years since last year.
Don't mess it up. Okay? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear the words that I am saying right now? Natty needs to be feared. If AJ's not taking that title off of Becky, it damn sure better be Natty. God damn it.
Yeah, Paul.
Okay.
Sorry,
Ed Koskey. I don't know. Yeah, all right. I'm sorry for that. AJ Styles tribute next week in Georgia.
About damn time. It's kind of weird that they did the whole thing at Rumble and then just kind of like they've acknowledged him a little bit, but they haven't like paid their respects. And it's like, okay, finally we're doing something in Atlanta.
That's why you have to watch Stephanie's podcast, bro. See,
I ain't watching that.
why not? There's a lot of Will Hobbs, Royce Keys is the newest one.
Is he still with the company? What happened to that guy?
Bro, he just wrestled on main event. No, you got it. We got to find the right spot for him. All right.
He's not even getting the Obafemi treatment. He's not even getting like vignettes.
Okay. Well, we can't do the same thing with two people. We can't just be copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? We can't just do that.
Well, Triple H loves a copy and paste.
What do you mean?
Slow burn, crap finishes.
But there's no copy and paste.
Sorry, we copy paste, but then we got to change up a little bit so the teacher's AI reader gimmick doesn't notice anything. Come on, you're telling me you never cheated or copied anyone's paper and just had to change a couple things up so it didn't seem too copy paste?
No, I was a good boy.
Oh, sorry, someone is around here.
Yeah,
Philip, what's in the box?
Vince McMahon. I don't know.
Maybe it's that Fabergé egg he had.
God damn! Look at this egg. It's I don't know. It's Chris Jericho in the box. I don't know. Is Linda McMahon in the box? I don't know. Is the gobbledygooker in the box? I don't know.
I mean, I got full gobbledygooker vibes from that one, which was like
Somebody said Bianca Belair. I'm like, why the fuck would she be in a box?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are we doing? Like, this isn't 1994. We're not hurting for business and trying to do anything that can stick to a wall. And so now we're going to gobbledygooker mystery box angles. I mean, I'm a dumb wrestling fan, so I'm going to be intrigued to see what the hell they pull out of it. But it shouldn't be anything of substance. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's some dumb gimmick, then like, okay, sure, that's fine. But it cannot be a marquee match, like someone in a marquee match for WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins is in the box.
And then clearly it says don't open until the date for Elimination Chamber. So then why did you send it to Raw in Memphis when it has to go to Chicago in like 2 weeks? Just send it to Chicago.
They probably they see, it was President's Day and then it gets slowed down, so it was probably easier for them to ship it to Memphis, and then WWE just takes it with them with the weekly load. You see?
Okay.
I know these things. Come on.
You know a thing or two about weekly loads?
Yeah, man. Come on now, I'm releasing them all the time. All right, AEW. Willow retains the TBS championship. Shout out Willow, respectfully, of course.
Yep. They were here, around here, kind of, in Sacramento, in one of those memorial halls. I forget what the exact name of it, but yeah, Willow retained their TBS title in a little
No golden
four-way.
one, huh?
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know, because they can't sell 15,000 seats. But
Oh man,
3,000 is good, which I don't even know if it's 3,000, for like 2,000. But yeah, Willow retained in a four-way. Good for her. Then we had the MJF Hangman promo. It was the typical, I say something for 5 minutes while you stand there. I say something for 5 minutes while you stand there. They put up big stipulations. At least one hand, it looks as though it's going to be Hangman Page he's doing the Cody thing, saying if he loses, he will never challenge for the AEW championship ever again. And I thought we learned our lesson with Cody to not do this ever again, and yet here we are.
wait, hold on. Is it while MJF is champion or
Nope,
just
it is forever. I was waiting for that caveat, and no, he said
uh,
for the rest of his career.
MJF is cooking right now with that title? I kind of don't like the last time he was champion around Revolution was with the Iron Man match with Daniel Bryan. That shit was fucking awesome, and it went by. They flew. It flew by. That hour just was so fluid. I loved it. I need MJF to still be the champion. I'm not gonna lie to you,
It looks like there's going to be an actual stipulation to this match. Hangman floated out Texas Death.
bro. Enough
I
of
mean,
it.
they've done
Why do
it.
they keep doing Texas death matches not in Texas? I
They've
don't.
done a lot. They've done a lot of it. Kudos to them. Like they make it mean something. It like matters. But I do feel like I mean, myself, I saw a Texas Death match in LA between Hangman and Swerve, and now I'm probably going to see another one with Hangman Page and
Also,
MJF.
I heard this on the Cheap Heat podcast. The world title eliminator is that should they get rid of that? Because it
I
happens
mean,
every time.
we had another one to this on this one with the.
Because it happens every time that the person beats the champion, but then loses the championship match. If you can beat the champion, shouldn't you just be the champion?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things with AEW that conceptually maybe it doesn't
What happened
work
to the
out.
win loss records? What happened to all that
I
meaning
mean,
stuff?
they still get thrown out on the Lotrons during their entrances,
Okay,
but
but do
now
they meet? Who
since
has the
it's
most wins? Because I remember like people on were winning hella matches on dark and dark elevation with a high win percentage, but like
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I think it's
fucking
probably still.
Griff Garrison wasn't going to challenge for the world championship.
I think it's
I,
still Jack Perry has the most wins out of everybody, just because he has, he had all those dark reps, and then he's still wrestling right now. I was
but I'm saying
who
like,
was it? It was like Mascara Dorada or I forget what luchador it was. Had some like insane record that was like being completely ignored, and then finally he challenged for a title or something, and he just lost. And I was like, okay,
but if you have the highest win percentage, you should wrestle for the highest prize in the game.
well, that ain't happening. So it looks it's probably gonna be Texas Death just because MJF is gonna be like, I want to beat you at your own game. Blah, blah, blah. So because we're gonna have another promo next week where MJF's gonna decide or throw out a stip. It was very confusing how they laid it out because it was like they said Hangman's gonna give a stipulation and then MJF's gonna give a stipulation and then the crowd is gonna decide. So, but MJF, why would MJF agree to that? And what I don't know. It's gonna be a Texas Death match. Let's be honest,
Why
people.
doesn't the guy running the show just decide the stipulation?
I don't know. That'd be a good idea. But
Like,
speaking of Revolution, we did get some more matches announced. Young Bucks and FTR, they're going to run it back again for the tag titles. We're going to get Takeshita and Moxley in a title match.
again,
No time limit in this one because they went to a draw. So, Takeshita could win, and then that could set up the Takeshita Okada match. Selfishly, I wanted Okada Takeshita, but I'm not getting it. I guess I'll settle for Takeshita and John Moxley. Trying to think. They've set some other things in motion, obviously, because we're like 3 weeks away from Revolution, but those are the only things that are really set in stone quite yet. And then main event, which was the big match announced, kind of the big thing on the show in general, Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega. Swerve defeats Kenny Omega after apparently kind of not really, but turns heel on Kenny Omega. An interesting choice, a ballsy choice. I mean, Swerve is one of, if not the top people in the company in terms of fan reaction, people that like him.
but I mean, what about the Swerve's kind of become a heel on the internet.
I kind of try not to pay attention to that stuff, but it was kind of a red flag when he came back with new theme because that original theme, Big Pressure, was just so over and such a catchy, great babyface theme, especially with Prince Nana dancing. And then when he came back with the switched up theme, where it's like more like laid back and doesn't have like the catchy vibe to it, that probably was set the alarm bells off. And clearly, I think this was kind of a plan from the beginning because I think for better, as much as you want to shit on AEW, I think they have plans for the big stuff. And I think this was definitely a plan since Swerve came back.
No, no, it's not shitting on them. I mean, like, look, when they do big stuff and they do it well, like
That's what I'm saying. Like the big stuff, I think they are very good at the big stuff. It's the little things that they mess up on that kind of infuriates you. Like even like little things like they were doing some like different promos that they haven't done before. They did like the Collision kind of inset single promos hyping the show, which they only did for Collision. Now they're doing Dynamite. They even did like the Cody countdown clock for MJF and Hangman, which they haven't done in quite some time. So they switched some things up. I don't know, desperate or just checking some stuff out, but yeah, so Swerve turns heel on Omega. Maybe Omega gets written off a little bit because they did the chain hang spot to Omega. He can go off, play his little video games in Japan, like people were saying he was going to do, or this sets up a rematch at Revolution. But next week will be a big one to see firmly how Swerve establishes himself. He technically like never turned babyface. Like if you think about it, like he always just kind of like stayed the same. So, but obviously this is a heel turn for Swerve, I think.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, we didn't mention this earlier, but I'll mention it now. Javon Evans is younger than the Elimination Chamber. How about that?
Damn, that makes me feel old because the Elimination Chamber Survivor Series 2002.
November 17th, 2002, Javon Evans, born April 29th, 04. He wasn't even alive for 9/11. Jesus.
Well, yeah, I have some coworkers that weren't alive during 9/11. That's great. R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr. He passed away 25 years ago today, February 19th, as we are recording this episode. Race Hale, praise Dale.
RIP
Uh,
to Jesse Jackson, the civil rights activist. He passed away at the age of 84. Trailblazer, a true pioneer. Somebody that marched with Dr. King, that walked the streets with Malcolm X, a guy that once ran for president in the 80s. Yeah, man. Shout out to him, T's and P's. Thank you for a job well done, and your service to our community and our culture will forever greatly be appreciated, and it has impacted the way we go about certain things in this game. So thank you to Jesse Jackson. Um, Also, as we move on, UGWA. There are two wrestling shows this weekend. I'm going to be at both. Hmm? Hmm?
is that
Hmm?
Sancho guy gonna be there?
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Sorry. Last time I said that he maybe paid for my ticket, so
yeah.
I'll be nice to him.
That he kind of has a little stroke. Pause. Um. Yes. All right. As above,
Just
so
a little
below.
bit though, not a big one.
Don't get beat up. As above, so below. UGWA. Narrative fermentation. San Jose. You got Midas Creed versus Father Bronson versus Kenny K versus Dave Reckoning for the Gatekeeper Championship. You got Nick Xander versus Sir Michael Windsor. You got Brooke Havoc versus G Sharp. Former champion Jordan Cruz going up against Ashton Starr. You got Dave Dutra going up against Cosmo Orion. I think there was a tag match or so. Yes, Mighty Bubbles defend the tag titles against the Caution, and then you go over to Oasis Pro. They got one going on. UG was at 6 p.m. Oasis is at 8 p.m. if you want to try to make both. If you look at it, you got T-Bone Talon versus Lyda J. You got Big Meat versus Sanders. You got Sun Lu versus Keyshawn Calloway. You have ADK versus the Melanin Mafia. Then in the main events, the number one contendership for the Pacific Seas Championship, the Samoan Silverback Dama Wanawai goes up against the Daredevil Dante Daring and the HNIC Sancho Demira. Winner faces the Pacific Seas champion Harmon Chima at some point in time. You don't want to miss any of it. It is all going down this weekend. Thank you guys. As always, be safe, stay dangerous. Ayer.